Hello, welcome back to Galactic Reviews. Joined by Ethan and Cameron. Killing two birds with one stone, I don't know if anybody says that, but
I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird.
all righty then. So we are going to watch, or at least a few of us are going to watch the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie trailer that's coming out later on this year. I have seen it before, but I know Ethan hasn't. At least I don't think he has. Cameron and Zach, I
Team
don't know if
what?
you guys have either.
I have.
Team what?
Cameron has
Watched it. I just watched it before this meeting.
Okay.
Team what?
Zach, have you watched it before?
I'm gonna say no because I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. And Ethan, I'm assuming Ethan hasn't because he's
Watch
too
the
stupid
what?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trailer. We're about to
Yeah, I
go
watched
watch
it.
it.
Well, doggone it, I reckon I ain't got no alternative.
Okay. So he's
All right,
I'm
watched
gonna
it.
say I'm gonna still say no because I have.
We should just
Okay.
mute Ethan.
I'm fine with that. Some of us will be watching it for the first time, and then we'll be giving our thoughts on it as to what we thought about it.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it?
Stay still. Stay still.
Now! Oh! Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Hey, why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
What the heck are those things? Those look like little Shreks to me.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Oh, we've prepared our whole lives for this.
Can I kick it?
Oh my, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze.
It's nice, right? It's
Any thoughts from anybody really?
I like to kick it off.
All right.
First off, I like that it's a little bit different. They're actually like kids. They're actually teenagers. Like they're taking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and they're actually like all the other movies that I have seen. They're like some adults. They're like in their 20s. It seems like.
Yeah.
Like they don't really. These actually seem like kids that are just mischievous. Just they like it. Like captures like kids today, like on social media and like filming, like doing stupid stunts and stuff like that. But it's portraying them as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I feel like honestly that's what they should have been from the get go. Also, I wanted to talk about some of the cast. The cast lineup, just to name a few, are phenomenal. I mean, we got John Cena's in it, which, all right. Ice Cube is in it. Paul Rudd, Seth Rogen, Post Malone is in it. Let's see here. Jackie Chan is in it. Not to pull a race thing, but I'm sure he's Splinter. Yeah, that's pretty much the ones that I know off the top of my head. But I also love how they took, I don't know if y'all picked this up, but it took a little bit of like the animation, seemed like a little bit of the Spider-Verse like animation, and they took it and put it into this movie. Is it the same creator?
I don't know.
I have no idea, but that was my first thought when I first saw this opening scene of them going on the wires. There's a lot of comedy in it. They seem like very clumsy and that they don't know what they're doing yet, and they're still really new at this, but they still have a sense of like, yeah, I'm gonna go and kick your butt. Like they know how to use their like Donatello knows how to use his staff. Like he like flipped it around, like caught it and stuff like that. And I just love again, like kind of circling back around where they portrayed him as kids. Like if you saw Mikey has braces in this. And anyway, like Donatello sounds like a 4-year-old. Like they're just kids. And I think it's really cool. It's a different take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but also what I thought honestly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should have been from the start.
Zach, Ethan.
Ethan, why don't you? I'll give you a chance first.
Okay. So I'll go with this. I'm very excited about this movie, courtesy of that trailer. My problem is will they go off of like the whole like original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where they're like, oh, Donatello's the smart one, but he's also the comedy one. Like I don't want that to happen. My biggest fear right now would be if like Donatello took over Mikey's like position where he was like comedy, you know? Like that's my one big fear at the moment with this movie. Other than that, I'm very excited for it.
Like you're saying if they switch, if
No,
Mikey...
if Donatello, like the purple one,
yeah, Donatello, yeah.
Roles.
Yeah, if
If he
Donatello
takes both.
takes that from him, and then we have Mikey as a random character, like a random awkward character.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
I mean, from what I saw, just by like Donatello being the smart one, not doing the stunts, like being the one behind the camera, and like freaking out when the tip of the blade went into his leg. Like he portrayed some like old Donatello. Like I'm gonna be like safe and smart, and y'all do the stupid stuff, and I'll just sit back and film it. Type.
But it is really good though to see that they're portraying Donatello as the younger one, which is I think smart in my opinion. Very excited about this movie.
Was Mikey always the youngest one?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Leo was the oldest, Raph was the second oldest, Donnie was the third, and then Mikey was the fourth.
Yeah. That's
so I think in this movie Donatello is going to be the youngest, but I just hope he doesn't take Mikey's sole position of being the funniest, because that was Mikey. That was what made Mikey Mikey, you know? And I'm scared if they do that, then people will point that out and be like, oh, this movie's going to suck. I don't want that to happen. I want this to be a genuinely good movie done right. Like, it doesn't matter who's the oldest, who's the youngest right now. I guess it's the question of who is doing what in the movie. Like, who's the funniest one? Who are the more serious ones? And who's the more relatable one?
I think by, again, watching the trailer for the second time, like, I don't think they're taking this movie from what I've seen, and they're doing a whole new path on it, but they're still keeping the same roots of like who they are each. Like Mikey's the funny one, Donatello's the intelligent one, Raph is like the mischievous, like I'll do what I want, like let's get out of here. Like when they saw like when they're on the roof and they heard the noises, like all right, y'all want to get pizza? Like I don't want to be over here. Like, let's go do something else. And then Leo was the one that ran to the roof. Was like, what was that? Like, so he's like,
I also would
that leadership role still. So I think the base, like, what am I looking for? Like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like,
core.
Yeah. The core of who they are is going to stay the same, but there's going to be a mix, like their own like mix of what the Ninja Turtles are.
I just hope, like, I think this will be really cool to see is if all of them are, like, funny during this movie. Because it's Seth Rogen. I'm just very excited to see what Seth Rogen does with these characters.
Since this is the first time I've watched this trailer, it seems very much like a comedy, but that's not much of a surprise with who's directing it and everything. It's mostly the plot of the movie it doesn't seem you don't get to really see a plot or direction this movie's taking for an end goal really in this trailer, which is really the biggest problem I see. The main villain of the whole Ninja Turtle series doesn't make an appearance at all in this trailer. So I'm trying to figure out who they're trying to fight or what their purpose of fighting is in this trailer, and I just don't know what it is specifically. That's really the biggest thing I'm pulling from this that doesn't have any direction to me so far.
And it doesn't come out till August, so they got room for another trailer.
I mean, there's probably gonna
but
be
I
like
get
one
I
or
get what
two
you're
more
saying.
trailers.
Like the main bad guy isn't there,
Yeah,
and you would expect him to be there in like
at least
sort
like
of
a just if anything, just like a logo, a symbol, something like
Yeah.
that. At least in the first trailer.
I think the bad guy is there. I think they're kind of taking it old school, like in the video game that you and I played, basing with
Mhm.
like the warthog with the sunglasses and the staring system.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah. They were in it twice
Yeah,
in the trailer.
Yeah.
I know those are original bad guys, and I was thinking of another movie. I think it was Secrets of the Ooze. I'm pretty sure. Is that where
I know they're in the CGI live action animated or the CGI
yeah.
live action one. They're
Yeah.
in the second one.
So yeah, that's true. They are in that as well. I was thinking of Secrets of the Ooze.
No, that's
When Shredder took the ooze and poured it on top of the turtle and the husky, and like
I think that's Razor and Takra.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I just
it's
couldn't hear it.
the snapping turtle and the fox.
Yeah.
Or is it the wolf? I don't remember. Something like
Wolf
that.
or husky or something. One of the two.
Yeah.
But I think they might be the villains at first, or maybe second in command to Shredder. I don't think, since this is such a new, I think this is gonna be a new franchise for this. I think this is gonna be a second one. I don't think they're gonna throw Shredder right into the first movie.
Probably not, but I mean, if that's the case, obviously you're still gonna see like symbols or just like a banner or something kind of tucked away in the background.
Yeah, didn't see anything about the Foot Clan either. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all saw anything. I didn't see anything there.
No,
I
I did not.
didn't see anything for that. But then again, for the art style and everything and how fast everything was moving, it was kind of you would have to freeze frame some of that to kind of pay attention to see for details if there is a symbol or anything in there.
I know Cameron talked earlier about the design, like the art design choice for like the whole movie. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Ninja Turtles. It just doesn't make it look great for a Ninja Turtles movie. And
It seems
I
a
really
little
could be
bit
wrong, but
sloppier
it just doesn't.
than the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, no, it seems more like watercolor, if that makes sense. Like where it's just like flowing into over past the outlines. And I don't know if that's just the choice that they decide to make or not, but it doesn't look that great for a fast-paced sort of what would I expect to be like somewhat a fast-paced sort of ninja movie, because that's essentially what the Ninja Turtles are, ninjas. I know Bebop and Rocksteady are in there, but I don't think their character designs are that great. At least not they just didn't look good. I'll see if I can go back and get like a
I think all we saw was from like the shoulders up.
well, for Rocksteady, for Bebop, we got from about the waist up. So
Yeah, okay.
and then I think for Rocksteady, we got from about mid-riff to face, like right here. Doesn't look like it doesn't look that great, in my opinion. Just the character design. So, just for them. Also, don't really get the character design for April either.
Gal reminds me of the highway between Fort Worth and Dallas. No curves.
I mean, they're trying to mix it up. 2023.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's what it is.
I mean, yeah, I don't like that though. She looks like she just got off her shift at Walmart. So I mean, it just doesn't look great. I like how in the middle of trying to be body positive, she's also eaten like 3 slices of pizza while waiting on the turtles, it looks like, because they don't have a slice in hand. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where, and it also, somebody else pointed this out on YouTube, but it looks like she fell down the steps just by the way that some of the steps are wonky. So I thought that was a funny thing that I heard a comment of. Like, looks like she like came down the steps as well, but it doesn't make any sense considering that she's a journalist, 2, she's hanging out with these Ninja Turtles. You wouldn't think she'd be fat, but just it's just like nitpicky stuff. And I know you mentioned like Mikey having braces and Donnie having glasses, and I mean, you also got to remember that these characters are living in the sewer. So I'm wondering how Splinter got a dental and eye plant or eye doctor plan. Like, so I mean, it's just little, like, this might sound nitpicky, but it's just like little things that like show you how the movie, not necessarily how the movie will go, but how much care is going into the movie, if that makes sense. And it doesn't look 100% great. The only one that I think looks relatively great would be probably Leo. Raph doesn't look that far back. He does look a little bit off, but he doesn't look as terrible as like the way they made Donnie and Mikey. I don't know why they decided to make Donnie scrawny and all that. I don't know why they also did the same kind of treatment for Mikey and they made him smaller. And it very well could be like they're trying to show an age difference. I don't really like the design. Maybe it'll grow on me, but I don't know. But yeah, as far as the story goes, we really didn't get to see much of anything in this. As far as like plot wise and what's going to go on in this movie, we didn't get to see anything. And I would think you'd want to show something in a official first trailer. You'd want to get something to get people enthusiastic about it. As far as Seth Rogen, I haven't really seen much of anything that he's done, like producing wise. I've seen stuff he's in, like he was Mantis in Kung Fu Panda. He was Pumbaa in Lion King live action movie, and he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't like exceptionally great either. So it's one of the things where I don't know what to say or what to think. The only thing I know that he's actually done all by himself, or that he's kind of headed up, was a show called Santa Inc. And I've heard that was abysmally terrible. So yeah, I have no idea what to think. I don't have a lot of hope in this movie, but it's something but I'd be glad to be wrong, but it's one of those things where it doesn't look like it's gonna be an honorable sort of retelling of the characters. It just doesn't. And considering that it's rumored that one of the turtles is gonna be gay, I don't know how true that is, but it's rumored that one of them is. If that is the case, I mean, they took the whole, not only are they trying to make like Black April, they made kind of Bebop, I believe, had like, was at least somewhat, I know Rocksteady, the Rhino, was fat, at least in the game we played, Cameron.
Yeah, it's a rhino.
Rocksteady was fat. Bebop was actually ripped. He actually had a 6-pack. So, and both of them are fat. And it looked like Rocksteady had a bra. So, I mean, it's one of those things where the designs don't look 100% great. I don't know why Splinter has a mullet. It's just a whole bunch of little things where it's like everything we're seeing doesn't quite look like it's going to be something great. And if we got something more akin to like what's going to happen, and everything, like what's going to happen, what's going to take place in the movie in this trailer, then I would like to be more optimistic. But considering that we've got nothing, I can't really say that much about it. I do like that.
Seth,
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't Seth Rogen have that one Christmas show that absolutely bombed?
Yeah, that's Santa Inc. Way to keep up, bro.
Yay!
I like the brother dynamic, Cameron, and that's something that Turtles have always had in whatever movie. But regardless of it be the live action stuff or the shows or the just regular movies in general, they've always kept that brother dynamic, and it seems like they're doing that in this. So that's one of the things that I from what I can see that they're actually going to keep in. And but I don't know. If I had to put my money on it, I would say it's not going to do well. But I hope to be wrong. I would proudly be wrong on that, and it'd be a good movie. But from what I've seen, from what the changes are and everything,
My money's on Donatello being gay.
If he's gay, then
possibly. But also, I think if they were to do that, if they were to make one gay, they might make it Raph, and they might make it Raph with Casey Jones.
That would be a very interesting twist.
Yeah, but that is
homosexuality
still,
and bestiality. I'm not. No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I will say though, that is only a rumor. I don't know. I heard it from a YouTuber that had said he heard it like that he said he heard it, but it was only like rumor. So I'm treating it only as a rumor. But considering that they decided to go ahead and make April not only black but fat, I mean, I don't know how, like, I don't know what is game and what is not, if that makes sense.
I
A lot
think
of body positivity in this movie, it looks like.
I think that this movie is genuinely is going to be a fresh start on the TMNT franchise. I think this is the start of something different. That whole April being black and overweight, I mean, it's inclusion. I mean, Ariel is black in the new Little Mermaid movie. Like, it's 2023. That's what it is. And I don't think that Donatello, I don't think one of them is going to be gay in this. I don't think they'll do that to the franchise. To bounce off what like Master Splinter, like he has an afro in the trailer, and since they are so young, and it shows that how young they are, like with Mikey with his braces, in their voice, how like they clearly haven't hit like puberty. I don't know if turtles hit puberty, I don't know, but they have like their squeaky voice still. Like this was probably like the start of them becoming what we know that they are, right?
Mhm.
Like whenever you think of like if you ever watched a show or a movie and like some like older guys like sitting in the back of a chair and it's like back in my day, and it pans back to like an old scene of them like back in the day and they have an afro on. That I think that's what they're portraying, is that this is the early stages of them being the Ninja Turtles, and like they haven't been the Ninja, like I said, they haven't been the Ninja Turtles for long, and they threw the afro on Splinter just to like put emphasis that this is like the beginning.
Yeah.
This is of them.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible like that might be a flashback to something, like, because it does show them a little bit when they're younger. But what I'm saying is, based off of what we can see, if that's the design for Splinter, I don't know why. Like, if that's the design for like the whole movie of Splinter, I mean, I don't know what to, like, you know what?
No, I think it is the whole movie for Splinter, is what I'm trying to say. Because this is it looks like, I don't think they've gotten older in the trailer.
Well, no,
They're
what I'm
the
saying is
exact
like,
same.
yeah, okay. Well, what I'm saying is, like at one point in the trailer, you do see them like really little, like kicking a post or something. And so what I'm saying is that might be from that. And if it is from that, then I could see them saying like it being that thing where you said it's a flashback and all that. But if that's the design for Splinter with like the afro mullet kind of looking deal, I don't know what else to. I don't know why they went with that design if it's not for that gag of like way back in the day kind of deal. But I mean, I honestly don't know. So
I also think that this movie isn't like something the critics are gonna, in a way, like take too seriously, because I could be totally wrong, but I don't think critics take an animated children's movie and look at it the same way as, I mean, the new Avatar movie. I think they're two different ballparks.
yeah, but they're still gonna grade it on like a movie, and considering that turtles are pop culture, that might have something to do with it a little bit more, considering that they are so widely known in pop culture, to the fact that Ethan knows enough about him to know that the Mikey's the funny guy and Donnie's the smart guy, but he doesn't know. I'm pretty sure if you were to ask him if he's seen anything about him other than like knowing some stuff here and there, I don't think he's watched the show, a movie, or anything, but he just knows it because of pop culture. And so, I mean, that's the sort of where it's like, how true are they going to be? Are they trying to just appeal to like? It depends on what they're trying to. They're trying to appeal to the Ninja Turtle diehard fan, or if they're just trying to make something that'll be like a money grabber just to easily get money from people that have loved the franchise of Ninja Turtles, but aren't going to pay homage or respect to anything that came before it. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I have concern about that. So I know I rambled a lot there, but
No, it's fair. You made a lot of good points. I mean, I guess it's just you and I are going to go watch it in theaters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm
gonna go watch it, but I'm like, I don't know how good it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be really good. And I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised while watching it.
I hope I am, but
I think it's gonna be really good. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Again, we're gonna go see it in theaters. I think this is a whole new start to the TMNT. They are paying homage to some of the old stuff, like with the villains that we're seeing. Again, we haven't seen much of them yet. I didn't see a bra on.
I was joking. But
Okay,
he had man
I
titties.
was like, he has man titties. God, so do I. I mean, dear God.
No, but he had like
He had
man
some
titties
moves. He had moves.
He had moves that would make like the 800-pound man blush.
But
Like
you
that.
also got to see. You also got to see, like, yes, one of them had a 6-pack abs in the game, but now they're portraying like a rhino's fat, a warthog is fat, or they have like a big belly. I don't know. They're gonna make them look fat.
Yeah.
And
Do they hang down low? Do they wobble to and fro?
I don't see little Tim in the seats being like, hey Dad, why does he have a 6-pack? And the dad's gonna be like, well, I don't really know. I don't.
Yeah, but also don't see. I'm just saying,
Goes
like,
to the gym 7 days a week.
Payson.
Warthog crunches.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if they're gonna, like, these are supposed to be like the first couple villains, and if they're gonna get like physical with the turtles, I mean, I expect them to at least somewhat look muscular. These just look like dad bods that came out of the woodwork.
Yeah, but they're also massive dad bods.
What are you telling me? That's not. I mean, that's in nowadays.
Little turtle children.
Yeah, I'm not saying like it's not gonna.
They're like 13 at most, if not younger. Yeah. I only say 13 because that's the lowest. Like,
I was about to say that's the lowest they can physically be with the title.
Yeah. Like Mikey has the braces. Donnie has the massive glasses on.
Yeah.
They're babies.
I like how they're trying not to do stereotypes. That they give Donnie, the smart guy, massive glasses.
I mean,
that's a white stereotype, so that's okay.
That's true. So it's fine.
It was a cool twist that Raphael was like, y'all can get pizza. Usually that's like Mikey, who's like
true,
always about it.
True, and Raph doesn't seem to be acting as brash or as angry as normal, just from the little bits we've seen, and that could just be because we haven't seen any conflict yet. Well, could be so, but
there's no conflict. They're also probably like 13, so they're about to hit that puberty. So.
Yeah.
That's when all that pent up aggression, like for no reason at all, is when it hits him. But right now he's probably like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, there could be like a scene in the movie where it's like the turning point for Raphael's character, where he just becomes extremely enraged.
yeah, right now we see him as Anakin in Phantom Menace, but later on he could be Anakin, Order 66, just mad at the world. We don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in conflict yet, like you said.
Yeah,
But also
and,
he is a
and I'm
child.
just going off of what we know from the trailer and like
Yeah.
some stuff that might have been said. I know Seth Rogen was crying about how he's getting criticized on a movie that he decided to make, and he's like, I know he said stuff on like Screen Rant or something or Variety, saying like if people knew how hard it was to make something, and this is the same guy that's criticized before about like a guy getting his car broken into and saying, "Well, you live in New York, you should be used to it by now," or something. Like, so it's like you gotta. I don't know. It's one of those things where you gotta judge it based on what you know, and from what I can see, I'm not optimistic just by based off of what like in like the time sphere that we're in and how they've been treating IPs before. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if I am completely wrong on my assumptions based off this first official trailer.
I think you're gonna be blown away. You're gonna look
I
at me
hope
like, God, Cameron, you were so right. I'm like, I know.
Can you tell me just how many times he's ever said that to you? Because I've never gotten that response from him.
0.
Okay. Okay.
But there's a first for everything. And
There is. This could be that first.
Yeah.
basically you're looking at me like, God, Cameron, like you've never been so right in your entire life. Like I am so wrong, and I'm so sorry I doubted you. I'm like, it's okay, just don't let it happen again.
I can't wait for you guys to tell me that I was right, that Donatello was the gay one.
You can mute yourself again. That's okay.
Plot twist: Donatello and Leo are gay for each other. It's a whole incestual thing. It's weird.
They're brothers. Hold up, wait a minute. This is in Alabama.
They're also turtles. I think it's okay.
It's also New York. It's also New York in 2023. So I mean, anything goes at this point.
Hey, I'm kissing you. I want to thank you everybody for attending, watching this video. Next week,
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment who your favorite dad is.
Comment. My Instagram tag is Cameron_Embry on Instagram. I have no friends, so please follow me.
Ironically, that includes me in that list. I don't know why, but all right. See you later. I'm Galactic Reviews.
Bye.